Alright, welcome back. This is part 2 of the 1111 portal, Divine Counterparts. What do they want you to know? All to cause confusion. It's so funny because in America, we like to examine history a lot, right? And you can almost, you know how we know the term as above, so below, right? Now, I don't care if you believe this or not. Actually, no, let me correct that. We all know the tribes were scattered. 10 of them just gone, just gone. Scripture tells us that our heavenly family knows their own amongst any. So it don't matter where you are and what you look like today, the spirit that within you is what they know. Okay? And in this country, we've had a long-standing debate. I know that the slave trade story was told in reverse. There is historical fact, archives and records that prove this. This is no theory, this is no hypothesis. But our schools still continue to teach a lie. This is why in our country you always have to go to college. And anymore you can't even rely on a paid education to give you real truth. Fuck facts. Facts are why we're here, because everybody keeps saying the same bullshit over and over again. But in our country, you know, they like to talk about the slaves and this and that and who they really are and where they really came from. We like to talk about where the fuck are the boats? If you took that many motherfuckers from the continent of Africa, where are the boats? And why don't the people of Africa know what the fuck you're talking about? And I'm not talking about the whole damn continent. I'm talking about the countries they purport, the migrations and waves of slaves that were taken. Oh, okay. Only recently there's a port with a big ass monument. No fucking slaves taken to Africa to Liberia. So they refounded the state of Liberia. To America, I'm talking about North America. They were indigenous peoples taken from the Caribbean and from Brazil and Guyana and those areas. The fuck out of here. The only places where Africans were truly taken was down into Brazil because it was a shorter fucking voyage. And they didn't have what they call a breeding program in Brazil. They worked them motherfuckers to death. They said it was cheap enough just to get more. And the few that escaped the horrendous conditions into the forest and whatnot, you can find their historical imprint. There is a strong African infusion of culture, especially Congolese and Angolese, which is pretty much the same damn country, but whatever. In those areas, you can't find African tradition in North America like that up until recently because it did not exist. Even the story of the Salem witch trials and how that shit started is bullshit. The woman who belonged to a reverend who brought her and her husband up from South America because she was a nurse. She was from South America. There's records, transportation records, journals that prove this shit, but they want to keep spoon feeding you bullshit, right? All right. Anyway, so there's a great debate on who these people are, and the even bigger debate is that they are the Hebrews. right? They are one of the Hebrew tribes of Israel. Just saying. You never know. Motherfuckers got scattered, right? Right. The traditions. The traditions. That's where it comes down from. You can trace people by their practices and their gods and their traditions. And, why you think they banned practices and traditions, right? It's funny, right? Because even Hitler in his journals wrote about who he knew and believed the American blacks to be. Isn't that funny? I don't know about y'all, right? But the diaspora of humanity is very diverse. And there are phenotypes, right? That you can anthropologically examine and tell where people are from. Period. Point blank. You can legit look at people and go, oh, you're from here. And I ain't talking about skin color. I'm talking bone structure. Body structure. I work with the human body. I have studied this shit for over 15 years. Not to mention, archaeology and anthropology was one of my first loves as a child. Still to this day, it's a personal hobby. I can look at people and tell you where their family is. I could tell you their mixed background. Hey, it's a talent. And I have met people from all over, every nook and cranny of the free world. And there's nothing that will convince me of the bullshit they tried to spoon feed me in school. But I had a great teacher, an educator at one point. His name was Joseph Bowers, Mr. Joseph Bowers. And because he was of Sicilian ancestry, right, he felt like he owed it to us because it was a predominantly black school, parochial school, but it was a predominantly black school. And I remember those moments when he would close the door, look around and shit, and give us that look. Now, we was young, but some of us was paying attention. And he would really take the time to explain things and emphasize things. Like, he really emphasized the difference in immigration with an E and an I. You understand? Like, he knew. But he couldn't flat out tell us. He was setting the foundations for truth and information. He planted those seeds. God rest your soul. If that is your task, or you come back and join us. Maybe you got more people to teach. I don't know. But either way, his people, how things get distorted, lies, deception. And the biggest lie and deception is the removal of the divine feminine, of the goddess herself. That's why the scripture refers to them in plural. Plural. The devil is all over, whether you recognize him. But he mimics, imitates, he infiltrates. His time is limited. Yes, it is. Interesting. We are in the Aquarian age. We are. But I don't like stuff like this, what I'm seeing here. I'm not saying that. He will be punished for this. To sow the seeds of lies across humanity that causes uproar. It's okay. You can cause uproar. But the truth is here. It is here. The blindfolds are off. And the reunion the reunion of the pride of the family is upon us. See the Leo? See the lion? Taurus. I don't know how long until the age of Taurus. But before, as they say, the bull god, right? Before the age of Taurus. People, the time, right? Time is irrelevant. Woo, this shit deep. Oh my God, this shit deep. She will rise. Oh, this shit deep. I'm about to cry. Oh. Whew. Fuck. It's not fear, it's like elation. Oh my gosh. Whew. I had a conversation the other day with someone about the 13th zodiac. Orpheus, or something like that. The healer. The healer. And I said to her, I said, now there are two healers. Like they've always been. It's unity. It's the masculine, feminine. It's, oh my God, how do I, oh my God. It's this. Even in the zodiac, the distortion of Gemini. You know how many people think Gemini are two men? They don't know Artemis and Apollo. They don't know that it is the sun and the moon. People look to Gemini as the lovers. And I'm not saying they're a different sort of love. It's not the romantic love that you think it is. It is unconditional love that one shares for another, and understanding their equal importance and the duties and responsibilities. This is the reemergence, the reunion, or the cosmic reunion. It's cosmic, it's not physical, it's not about us, it's about them. It is the raising of her divinity once more, of equality. Oh shit. Oh shit. Now we're gonna push through this. Fuck this. Oh wow. And like I said, and that will trickle down to humanity. It's time. Oh, in our existence, it's eons. It's eons. Doesn't matter. But in their reality, their consciousness, their everything is it draws so close. His destruction and ending and reign of tyranny and terror. Oh shit. Because so many people know now. They know the great lie is ending. The greatest lie is ending. It will fall away. My God. Oh. Oh, wow, that's beautiful. Okay. Wow. Oh, yeah. He's trying to take as many people with him. He really is.